Harry was invited for an interview in one of the construction company in town. He was required to attend the interview in the following day. He was so excited that finally his chances of getting his dream job was almost coming true. Harry was a hard-working boy from a humble background. His parents really struggled to make sure they provide him with the necessary support he needed to go to school. Through his hard work, he was able to graduate at the university, and he is now an engineer. After graduation, Harry started looking for job in different companies. He sent his resume in different companies hoping to secure employment in one of them. He knew he had to secure employment as fast as possible, so that he can be able to help his parents and his siblings. One day as he was watching news, he received an email from one construction company. The email was about a job he had applied, and he was invited to attend an interview. He was so happy and replied the email, that he will be available for the interview. Harry put his documents in order. The following day Harry prepared himself and went to the bus station, so that he won't be late for the interview. Luckily enough, he entered a bus that was almost full. After about 20 minutes Harry was in town, and since it was almost an hour to his interview, he decided to go to a restaurant and have coffee, since he had not taken anything at his house. He ordered only coffee since that is what he could afford. He took his coffee and left. When he was almost at the construction company, a lady was hit by a car, and she was left there helpless. Harry thought to himself, should I help the lady or go for the interview first? Harry thought it was more important to save a life than to leave the lady there helpless. So he called a taxi and they rushed the lady who was unconscious to the hospital. When they reached to the hospital, the doctors told him, "You are very lucky, young man. If you could have been late for a few minutes, we could have lost her." Harry explained everything that had happened to the doctor. Luckily enough, the lady had a phone. Harry and the doctor went through the phone and saw her father's contact. He then informed her father about what happened to his daughter. Harry bid the doctor goodbye and he told him he will come later to check on the lady. When Harry reached to that company, he went straight to the interview room. He greeted the interview panel. One of them asked, "Young man, why are you late?" Harry tried to explain what happened, but he was told to go back since he cannot keep time. He tried pleading with them, but they told him, "Stop cooking up stories if you can't keep time the first day. How can we trust you?" Harry left the room very disappointed because he had lost the chance he thought he could get. He decided to go back home to have a rest, and try to forget what had happened to him. The following day he went to the hospital to check how the lady he helped how she was doing. When he reached at the hospital, the lady had woken up and she was in a stable condition. Luckily enough, the lady had not lost her memory. He then greeted her and he told her how he brought her to the hospital. She thanked him and told him, "My name is Anne. What about you?" "I'm Harry," he replied, and told her she will be okay soon. Harry didn't want to tell her she made him miss a job opportunity because he did not want her to feel pity for him. Several days passed and one day Harry accidentally met Anne with a man. She noticed him and she called him. When Harry saw her, he came and greeted them. Anne told her father, "This is Harry, the guy that saved my life." Harry looked at the man and he couldn't believe his eyes. It was one of the guys at the interview panel, that couldn't even give him a chance to explain himself. Harry pretended not to know the man and he said to him, "Nice to meet you, sir, I'm honored." Harry told Anne, "I'm in a hurry, so let me rush somewhere before I get late." But before he could leave, Anne's father interrupted Harry and told him, "Young man, I'm sorry for not believing in you. Tomorrow you should come to my office. I will give you a job, since there is a vacancy in the company." Anne was so surprised. "Dad, what are you talking about? I don't understand." Then her dad explained all that had happened. Anne was so ashamed of his father, and she pleaded with Harry to forgive his father. Harry told her he had forgiven him already and forgotten, but I can't accept his offer to work in his company. Shortly Harry received a call from another company he had applied before, and he was told he has gotten the job, and he should report the following day. Harry left very excited. The following day he reported to the company and started working. Several months have passed, and Harry's life has changed for the better. If you like the story, subscribe, like and share.